The wind howled like a tormented soul on the night Mark and Emma arrived at Willow House. A massive Victorian mansion that had loomed over the countryside for centuries, it had always been a subject of local legends and whispered stories of unspeakable horrors. As the couple stepped out of their car, the imposing structure seemed to leer at them, its dark windows like empty eye sockets. They had come to Willow House seeking solitude, a chance to escape the pressures of modern life. Mark, an overworked lawyer, had convinced Emma, a talented artist, that a rural retreat would be the perfect opportunity to rekindle their relationship and reinvigorate her creative spirit. Little did they know that Willow House held secrets that would test their sanity and the strength of their love. The interior was an eerie blend of grandeur and neglect. Dusty chandeliers hung from the ceiling, and faded portraits of long-dead residents adorned the walls. As they explored the mansion, they discovered a locked door in the basement, its wood warped with age and dampness. A feeling of unease settled over them, but curiosity got the better of Mark, and he resolved to find the key. Their exploration led them to an attic filled with ancient trunks and forgotten relics. Among the forgotten belongings, Emma found a journal, its pages yellowed with age. It belonged to Eleanor, a woman who had lived in Willow House in the 19th century. Her entry spoke of strange occurrences and ghostly apparitions, hinting at a dark force that dwelled within the mansion. Emma's artistic curiosity was piqued, and she began to sketch the eerie scenes described in Eleanor's journal. As she worked, strange things started happening. Whispers echoed through the halls at night, and shadows danced in the corners of their vision. Mark dismissed it as the product of an overactive imagination, but Emma couldn't shake the feeling that they were not alone in Willow House. One stormy night, as Mark and Emma lay in bed, they heard footsteps in the hallway outside their room. Mark grabbed a flashlight, and they ventured into the dark corridor, their hearts pounding. The footsteps led them to the locked door in the basement. To their surprise, it was ajar. Cautiously, they descended the creaking stairs, their flashlight beams cutting through the oppressive darkness. The basement was filled with old furniture draped in dusty sheets, and cobwebs hung like spectral tapestries. As they explored, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber. The chamber was unlike anything they had seen before. The walls were covered in strange symbols, and a pentagram was etched into the floor. In the center of the room stood an ornate mirror framed in tarnished gold. It radiated an eerie, otherworldly glow. Emma approached the mirror, her reflection wavering as if it had a life of its own. Mark tried to pull her away, but it was too late. Emma's reflection reached out and grabbed her by the wrist, pulling her into the mirror's depths. Mark screamed in horror as his wife disappeared before his eyes. Frantic and desperate to save Emma, Mark searched for answers. He returned to Eleanor's journal, discovering a passage that hinted at a way to free those trapped within the mirror. It spoke of a ritual involving a silver locket that Eleanor had hidden somewhere in the mansion. The search for the locket led Mark through the darkest corners of Willow House. He encountered ghostly apparitions that whispered cryptic messages and encountered rooms that seemed to exist in different eras. Time itself appeared to bend and twist within the mansion's walls. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Mark found the silver locket hidden in a secret compartment behind a portrait of Eleanor. Armed with the locket, he returned to the basement chamber. As he performed the ritual, the mirror seemed to come alive with malevolent energy. It fought back, but Mark's determination and love for Emma proved stronger. With a blinding flash of light, Emma was pulled from the mirror's grasp. She gasped for breath, her eyes filled with terror. Mark pulled her into his arms, and they stumbled out of the basement, leaving the mirror behind. As they fled the mansion, Willow House seemed to collapse in on itself, its dark secrets consumed by the abyss. Mark and Emma never spoke of their harrowing experience, but the haunting memories of that night would forever linger in their hearts. They had survived the horrors of Willow House, but the mansion's malevolent presence would haunt their dreams for the rest of their lives. A chilling reminder that some places should never be disturbed, and some secrets are best left buried in the past.